get rid of the stuff you don't need. I know
And
it's hard.
on like a confidence point, get rid of the stuff that doesn't fit because I think we all keep this idea, at least for women, in the back of our heads. Oh, well, I'll keep it when it fits again. That's a ridiculous amount of pressure to put on yourself. We don't need that additional self pressure. We already get it enough from society about how we should look and what we should wear. We don't need that to put that on ourselves. But B, at least what I found for myself, when I do fluctuate weight or when I do have a new occasion, I'm going to buy a new outfit for it. I'm not going to go back to the things in my closet.
Yeah. I did that for years. I would keep things thinking, oh, if I just drop those 10 pounds, I'm going to fit into it. And guess what? It made me feel like crap because I
Yes, it
wasn't
does.
accomplishing it. Right. So why hold on to those things? I mean, I understand if something has like a very specific meaning to you,
Yeah.
then sure. But every time I would walk in that closet, I'd be like, I have nothing that fits.
Hmm.
And so I had to change my mindset on that and get things that fit. Welcome to Her Unshakeable Confidence. So this week, Olivia is making a big move. Well,
Yeah.
an actual move, right? And
Big move is not the real, it's down the street, less
okay,
than a
but
block, if you will.
how many people actually like moving?
Nobody, I don't think a single person in the world enjoys moving. I've never met somebody that enjoys moving. I will say, I had a friend today go, "Oh, I like helping people move because I like organizing their things." But no, she likes organizing. She doesn't like moving.
Yeah, I think the one benefit of moving, and I haven't done it in 20 years,
Mhm.
is that you get to clean all the crap out, right? All the stuff that you've shoved in the drawers and because you know what I'm talking about. All those
Yeah.
things, you get to get rid of them. And the clothes that you haven't worn in 10 years, you get to get rid of it.
Yeah, we found a lot of miscellaneous things. Although I will say my boyfriend has a hard time letting go with things. I mean, his socks have holes that the entire foot could go through the hole. That's how big the hole is. And so I'm cleaning out the bathroom drawers and it's his mom here. He's at work and I go, "Can I just throw the COVID masks out?" Because he still has masks from COVID, like wrapped KN95s. I was like,
Well, I
We're
actually still have masks from COVID.
it, you see, and then it's like, no, I left them because I knew he wouldn't want me to throw them away. And he was like, no, we'll just keep them. You never know." And I was like, I hope there's never a reason that I have to wear a mask again. Besides, that one time we had to clean the maggot pie out of the oven and we wore masks for
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Well, actually, I think your dad wore a mask recently cleaning out the trash can with the maggots. So I feel like they come in handy for certain things. So,
Jack thinks that he gets the travel sniffles. The travel sniffles are not a real thing, guys. Which that can be a whole other podcast debate in itself.
maybe he's
But
allergic to planes.
I think, the pressure makes your nose run.
Mm, mhm.
But yeah, moving is not an enjoyable anything and nothing about it. I mean, I guess the idea of redesigning a new space is fun and we don't have as much of a tight timeline. We have like a 21-day overlap between our two leases, which is really nice. Um, but it has been a pain. We aren't doing professional movers, so we are doing it all ourselves. I mean, we rented a U-Haul.
And the U-Haul is for tomorrow. Did you already
Yeah.
get it?
No.
You pick
It's
it up
just
tomorrow morning? Is it
yeah.
going to actually fit in the parking garage? I was thinking about that. Is it too
It can't go
tall?
in the garage, so we're
Oh,
gonna have to park it up front.
and so you got to carry, well, again, at least you have elevators. Hopefully they're
Yeah,
working
this one
because
has an elevator.
half the time
God
they're not
willing.
working. But yeah, you got to,
And hopefully there's a parking spot for the U-Haul because people love to park in guest parking spots when they're residents, which is fine, to each their own. It's just annoying when I have to do something.
yeah, well, I mean, it's a pain in the butt. And that's why, we've talked about selling the house. And I really think a big deterrent for me is dealing with this. I mean,
You would need
just
the entire crew to come home. You would have to schedule a
Not
family
gonna
vacation.
do it. Come
I mean,
on.
it's either that or everything in your room gets thrown out.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it would go. Like, I'll
Like,
save a small box and
well,
then everything
the
else
first
goes.
step with that house would be we gotta get a dumpster again.
Yeah, well, a lot of it we can donate. So right now I'm like, so
But
where my
that's a
pod,
hassle in itself.
hold on, hold on.
Okay.
My podcast room is the kids' old playroom, and it still it's full of crap. I mean, my youngest is 17 years old. Does she do any of the stuff in here? No. Why don't I get rid of the kids' books? I don't know. Why don't I get rid of the
Because
DVDs? I don't know.
by the time you go and clean it out, you're going to have grandkids who will play with the things.
I mean, maybe that's my thought process is like to still keep it half a kid's playroom, but there's so much Lego and I don't want to get rid of the Lego because every one of our kids, at least when they were younger, well, Ari didn't like Lego. Everybody else liked Lego.
Oh, I mean,
And
moving my
yeah,
Legos, that's hard right now. Gotta make sure none of them break.
well, they're going to break.
Yeah, I
And
know, it's tragic.
but we have boxes of Legos that we have broken up, right? Things that kits that they had that fell apart and missing pieces. And so, I mean, I want to say I have four big Rubbermaid totes of Legos, and I'm keeping them all. And I'm not like a hoarder about stuff. I just think certain things I'm going to keep, but there's so much to go through. So last week, your dad said, okay, there's 52 weeks in a year. Let's say 40 something weeks, we're going to pick an area and we're going to start throwing crap out because I know for both me and your dad, when, well, for especially when his parents passed away, there was stuff in there from 50 years ago that not valuable stuff, just the crap stuff.
Mhm.
So it's really going through everything so that you guys don't have to deal with it. Although, when we're gone, will I really care if you have to deal with it? No, not at
Yeah,
all.
I
I'll be like,
mean,
good, she's got to deal with it.
okay, damn. I Yeah, we have so much random stuff. I think the food is weird too because you're exposed to all of like the snacks that you didn't like that were hanging out in the back of your pantry begging to get rid of, and then you're moving and you're like, "Ooh, that smells bad."
Well, yeah, I mean, it does make it to the back of the pantry. So, I mean, I
Yeah.
do, that's one thing because your dad does not deal with that. So he or does not like having things around. You got to move quick around this house because if
Mhm.
you have leftovers, they get tossed in 2 seconds. I had half of a coffee left, like a iced coffee, and I put it in the fridge for later. And I found the cup next to the sink, and I was
Oh
like,
my
"Well, there
god.
goes my coffee." Yeah, it's like you lost your egg wrap that day. Like he throws it away,
Yeah.
and so there's very great things about that because I never have to worry about finding spoiled food in the fridge. Never, never. Where I remember when I was growing up, there was all kinds of things growing, right? Like
Mhm.
she
Petri
would clean
dish.
out, like probably once a month, but there were certain things. And if you go deep in that freezer, we had multiple freezers and one was one of those, what's the one that you have to like you can store a body in?
Oh, like the deep freezers, the
Yeah,
one
the deep
I know,
freezer, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. You like how I describe that? That was you would find things in there you're like that chicken is from like 1972 when I was
Yeah.
born. So,
That's gross.
yeah. But, I think that that's the only benefit I see of moving. And I
Oh,
guess you get to
it's
go to
like
a
spring
different
cleaning, but it's
place.
forced.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
going to a different place is fine. Like we're saving money. Our place is pretty much the exact same as it is now. Like it's really not that big of a difference. It's just
except for
the
I don't have my
moving.
own bedroom anymore.
Oh, so tragic.
It is tragic because
I mean,
I'm
fair
there.
enough
I already have 2 weekends that I'm there this year. So,
too.
yeah, I scheduled another one in
Oh,
November.
okay, cool.
Yeah.
Thanks for letting me know.
Yeah. I just did it today. Oh, maybe I
Okay,
did it
great.
yesterday. Yeah, but
It
I mean,
was
what's the,
easier the first move. Coming to Nashville, Jack and I were talking about this today because we got here first. We just had our clothes from the road trip and we were accumulating stuff. We already have the stuff now. So now it's getting the trucks to move the stuff from one place to another. And that's the difficult part.
yeah, I,
Oh, and I have back pain just this week, randomly started this week. Out of all of
never
the
in
weeks
your
for my
life.
back to hurt. Yep,
Yeah, never in
never
your
had
life.
back pain before, but now I do. Not from moving. It started before the moving happened. I was like, this is great.
Okay, but
Cosmic timing.
here's one benefit so far of moving. So first of all, she lost her hat. She'll find it, whatever. She couldn't find her microphone cord, so that's why she's wearing a headset. But she realized the headset with the microphone, I think her sound quality is pretty good. And now because she does this and she does
I move
this
my
when
head
she's
a
on.
lot.
And so now she can't get away from the microphone. It's like
Yeah.
right there.
This
So
is
her
very
sound quality is going to be
convenient
good.
too.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jack. He was like, just borrow my headset. And I was like, I'm going to look like a dork, but okay, that's fine. And who cares if I look like a dork?
You look like you're telling the planes where to land.
Oh, thank you, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
That's a respectable job.
Yeah, it is. It's very important these days, especially.
Well, I wanted to say something earlier when you were talking about donating. That's a pain. And here's why it's a pain. The whole process of donating, especially when you donate to like a Goodwill, it's already weird enough that you're then paying for the things that people donated and they're like seriously upcharging all of the things they got for free. But they're kind of annoying about what they accept and what they don't accept.
Mm.
So, you have not that they're like picky, but then you have to load up all these cars there too. And it's like, oh, I'm trying to do a good thing that's better for the environment, that's better for society. And it's still such a pain.
Yeah, I I think there are certain organizations that do a
Yeah.
really good job, and I get it. There's nobody wants a piece of furniture that looks completely destroyed, right? So a lot of times people will donate really trashy things, but there still is value for certain people, certain
Yeah.
places for things. It's just you got to kind of research it more of what different organizations take and what they need. There's a lot of stuff that isn't I'm not able to donate, and that kills me even more because I really don't want it to go sit in
Hmm.
the landfill, right?
Yeah.
So, but I have found like Facebook Marketplace, people will take anything. So you can put stuff on there and then have them come pick it up for free. And great.
In New York, I had such a negative experience with Facebook Marketplace. Like, I put so much furniture on like 3 months before my move and nothing was bought or sold. But I also think it's New York City because it's like, I don't, for the listeners out there that haven't really lived in New York or haven't really been there, the way a lot of like you get furniture is people leave it on the street and you grab it and you bring it into your apartment. It's a very kind of nice and unique system, like the stooping account. So you have whole Instagram accounts dedicated to people's furniture on the side of the street. So I think that like the marketplace scene maybe isn't as big in New York, and that's why I have like that negative taste in my mouth. Um, but I've gotten like good finds on marketplace. Like today, we got a good amount of moving boxes for free because people will post their moving supplies after they move and be like, does anyone want this?
And then you can do
And you
the
don't have
same
to pay
thing.
for it. Yeah, exactly.
And that way it gets
And
reused
boxes
instead of
are expensive.
they're really expensive. And that way it doesn't go in the landfill because
Hmm.
that's the thing. It really bothers me, especially the stuff it's not going to
Yeah.
break down for 50 years.
Yeah. So
I'm looking around the playroom. I'm like, none of this stuff will ever go away.
I have like 2 bags of clothes to donate, but my cousin, who does in fact live on the opposite side of the world, loves to look through my clothes. I mean, I love to look through everybody's clothes, so I'm saving them for the next time that she she comes, or the next
Uh,
time Millie comes up, one of my sisters come up, and they can look through it all. Because I know that there are some genuinely good things in there. They just either don't fit me anymore. They're just not my style. So I'm like, okay.
when Olivia showed me the closet that she was going to have versus the two closets they currently have, I said, "Girl, there is no way."
But we made
And
it
you know
work.
what? She proved me wrong in 2 seconds. She literally sent me a picture of the closet because at first the closet only had a rack on one side,
Hmm.
but her friend had given her a clothing rack. So she sent the picture. I was like, "Oh, you did it." And then you got rid of 2 bags of stuff, which is good. I think that is key. Is that get rid of the stuff you don't need. I know
And
it's hard.
on like a confidence point, get rid of the stuff that doesn't fit, because I think we all keep this idea, at least for women, in the back of our heads. Oh, well, I'll keep it when it fits again. That's a ridiculous amount of pressure to put on yourself. We don't need that additional self pressure. We already get it enough from society about how we should look and what we should wear. We don't need that to put that on ourselves. But B, at least what I found for myself, when I do fluctuate weight or when I do have a new occasion, I'm going to buy a new outfit for it. I'm not going to go back to the things in my closet.
Yeah. I So I did that for years. I would keep things thinking, oh, if I just drop those 10 pounds, I'm going to fit into it. And guess what? It made me feel like crap because I
Yes, it
wasn't
does.
accomplishing it. Right.
Mhm.
So why hold on to those things? I mean, I understand if something has like a very specific meaning to you,
Yeah.
then sure. But every time I would walk in that closet, I'd be like, I have nothing that fits.
Mhm.
And so I had to change my mindset on that and get things that fit and then get rid of the old stuff. And you know what? I have dropped some weight, so I might even fit into some of the old stuff, but I don't even remember what it was, so I don't need
Yeah.
it,
And a
you
lot of
know?
the things that I don't fit into anymore, I bought in like early college, early high school. I'm a completely different person. So many of the things, especially like the jump, no one tells you this, the jump from college wardrobe to post college, you kind of have to start dressing a little bit more professional. Not as many crop tops and short skirts as I used to wear. So, even if the stuff did fit, like realistically, I would never feel comfortable wearing it anymore. Like recently, I love the way I look recently. Um, but even then, like I'm not wearing bikinis because I'm not comfortable in that anymore. Why am I holding on to it?
Yeah,
Like, even if I
it's
was my perfect body, whatever the hell that means, I don't feel comfortable and I feel like something's gonna fall out. I don't like that. I like the one pieces. Why am I keeping the bikinis? It's a waste
yeah,
of time. It's a waste of space.
and so I've started wearing a one piece this year, but I still like wearing my little shorts, right? Again, I don't wanna be doing something and then my bathing suit goes up my butt and my whole butt's
Yeah.
hanging out. I mean,
And like
so
the people that want to do that, regardless of the body size, you do you. If you feel like confident in your skin wearing that, I just feel like something's gonna switch. I also get burned really easily. So the
mm,
more skin coverage I got, the better. But it's just like I think the little changes in my mindset there have helped because I was at your place. Like, I mean, not I was that similar mindset of holding on to the things that you don't fit. Probably, I had a big breakdown right before winter break, and Jack looks at me and he goes, "Okay, we're just gonna take all of the pants that don't fit right now. We're gonna put them in a bag, and if we're gonna revisit it, well, and if
mm,
we want to revisit it, we will." I don't know a single pair of pants that's in that bag. I don't miss a single pair of those pants because I don't
right.
even know what's there.
It's such a good way of doing it, and the other thing is, um what so one year you did this for me and you went through and you got rid of stuff that you hadn't seen me wear. And that was great because I didn't even know what she got rid of because I
Yeah.
didn't even know it was still there because I hadn't been wearing it. So I think that's a really helpful thing too. If you have a partner that can be like, nope, 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 get rid of this, and you don't even know what it's happening. That I mean, obviously some people might not like that because they want to be in control of the situation, but I definitely think there's a benefit to having someone else make the decision. And there's people that do that for their job. They help you organize, they help you clean out your
Hmm.
closet and say, you don't need this anymore. This is
In
from
college, my good
1980.
friend loved to clean closets. She was so
Mm,
helpful. She would always clean my closet for me, and it was just the best. I think for me, at least, I think I get in my head a lot when I'm trying on clothes to see if they fit. So it's helpful for me to have like an additional friend there or my boyfriend there to just be like, hey, it doesn't fit. It's not a big deal. Clothes don't fit everybody. Or that looks great on you. Or you know what? That's not really your style anymore. Let's get rid of that. And so that way that you avoid the negative feelings because I think for a lot of women out there, and me included, like getting dressed in the morning is really hard. I love
yeah.
clothes. I love all fashion, and getting dressed is really hard most days. I mean, okay, granted, I'm wearing the most ridiculous outfit right now because I moved. This is a tip. When you're moving, set aside clothes if you're moving your clothes first. I set aside underwear. I don't know why I was like, oh, let me just set aside clean underwear. I'm wearing my boyfriend's clothes right now, like gym shorts. I found a t-shirt and I found a tank top. I look like Adam Sandler.
She
Like
sent
I
me a
look
picture this morning. I was like laughing
ridiculous.
at her. I was like, okay, you look
But
great.
even when I'm not wearing his clothes, like this is the kind of outfit that I choose to wear more comfy because I feel intimidated in my closet. Or up until like I just cleaned everything out, I felt intimidated because I was like, oh, well, I don't want to try something on and risk the feeling of it not fitting. But like if I just went through and I cleaned everything out and I feel so much better, like so
Yeah.
much better about it.
Yeah. So maybe the key is like you don't actually have to move to do and you shouldn't take 40 something weeks, which is what we're going to be doing. But it does if you got to I think you have to break it down into small parts because
Uh
I
huh.
think it become really
Yeah.
overwhelming. Like the junk drawer. just the junk drawer, right? Just that.
Yeah.
And then, you know what I do like about organizing? Because typically I don't like to organize, but what I do like is that you buy the containers
Yeah.
and then the containers look so pretty. And then you feel like good about, like, I accomplished something,
Like
which might
my
sound
closet looks
ridiculous, but I
so
like that.
organized right now. The new closet looks so organized and it
Did you
has to
find my
stay that way.
shirts?
No, and I didn't find my flip-flops. So,
Oh,
where are my
I
flip-flops?
I think my shirts are at that studio. I left these two shirts in Nashville and really nice shirts. And I thought maybe I
And they're
left them
not
at our
here?
apartment, but they're not. Bummer.
And
Bummer.
well, more importantly, not more importantly, actually, they're like a $10 pair of flip flops. But for the first time since middle school, and I bought a pair of flip flops because in middle school, we adopted our dog Cody. And for the first 2 years, he just ate all the flip flops. So I just
Yeah.
never bought any since middle school. I was a Crocs girl, still am. And then I was like, okay, we're going to Spain. We're going to like the beach. I need a pair of flip flops. So I bought a pair. They're nowhere to be seen now.
Do you think
They're nowhere.
you left them in Spain?
I I I
I
hope
mean,
not.
that was a tough morning when we left the hotel.
Yeah, God willing.
Yeah.
Maybe, but you think you're gonna find so many things that you're missing. You find the things that you don't even know that you're missing when you move, not the
You're like,
things that you're hoping to
ah,
find.
yeah, there's lots of things that your dad's like, where did that go? Where did that go? And he hyper focuses on that stuff. He's like, I had three flashlights. There's only two. Where did it go? Where did it go? And I'm like, oh my gosh, stop
I
looking
can't
for it.
can't handle
And
that.
yeah, and it drives him crazy. So I think that's something he will look forward to when we move. He's like, see, I told you it was still in the house. I'm like, I
For
don't know. I might
me,
have thrown it away.
I had a camera bag, and when we moved to Nashville, it has a film camera in it, and I don't really shoot on film a lot, and it has a digital camera, which I have not turned on probably in 2 years. So with the camera bag, whatever was in it, I just put it at the top of my linen closet. Have not opened it since I moved. Oh, today when I was moving, I opened it. I was like, oh my gosh, there are so many other things in here besides cameras.
Mm,
Like there is a little gift that Jack gave me, a bottle of perfume in there. Actually, do you remember the one year we were moving into my sophomore dorm and I was like, I lost all of my perfumes. I have no clue where they
yes.
are. And 6 months later, I opened a purse and I
Yeah.
was like, oh, there are all my perfumes. Huh, that was
Yeah.
weird. So maybe make a list. Maybe don't do what I'm doing and throwing stuff into boxes and hoping that it all makes it over. But I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, luckily you're not in the, a house that had six kids in it, to clean out.
No, my God, no. That's
Yeah.
why I think moving out of your house will be a 8-man job.
Yeah. We'll definitely have to get someone to come, make me rational about what I'm keeping, what I'm not. So we just had some friends move into, they had a very large house and they rented, I think for 2 years, a three-bedroom apartment, but it's quite small. So they had to get rid of a ton of stuff. Now they brought obviously certain things into the house, the apartment that they're living in, and they put some stuff in storage, but most of their furniture they got rid of because it wouldn't fit. And, just a lot of stuff like that where so much of it is memories. And what do I do?
Mhm.
Well, when you don't have a place to put it, you get rid of it. That was like when grandma was moving and she was like, oh, I'll just put everything in storage. I was like, nobody's ever going to take it out of
Yeah.
storage, right?
It's
Like,
just gonna sit there until it goes on storage wars, honestly.
yeah, I think that's a big thing to remember is that take the things you want, get rid of the things that you don't use because if you don't use them now, you're not going to use them unless you forgot you had it. And then you're like, oh, maybe I'll use that now. That's fine. But most of the things I think that you would just
Yeah.
never use. And my mom wanted to keep all this stuff so the grandkids could have it later. Well, if you ask them now and they don't want it, they're definitely not going to want it because you guys are a different
No.
breed, right? I mean, when it's
I think
interesting now when people register, like they do a wedding registry, it is nothing like what we registered for, right? It's not,
no, no
a lot of it is like
China.
a travel fund and furniture fund,
Yeah.
but no, nobody's registering for China. I mean, regular dishes, sure, like
But
everyday
even
stuff.
then, like
Yeah.
but I think there's a couple of reasons behind that. Like, I think couples live together a lot of the times before, so they don't really need new dishware. But, like, yeah, in terms of my nice glassware, I don't need to ask for that. I have all of you guys's that you've already gifted me, plus whatever I'll get when I move into a bigger place. Like, I have enough wine glasses to throw a 20-person party at my house. I have like 3 friends. I don't actually know why. Jack made the joke and he's like, well, it's for when your mom comes over. I was like, your mom only needs 1 glass. And it's like, okay, well, what if she doesn't want to do the dishes? Okay, I
Yeah, because
guess.
that's what I'm gonna do.
Like, she's just going to leave the dirty
Let
wine
me. You know
glasses
what?
out.
Next time I come, I'm gonna drink out of
Just,
every
yeah,
single
try to
glass.
get as many glasses dirty as you can. Why
Um,
not? But it's, we don't, yeah, you don't need the things, like the one thing I really want right now for if I was to get married tomorrow, the only thing I think I would be on my registry would be a KitchenAid mixer.
you've wanted that forever.
I
You've
know,
wanted
but
that
that's like,
forever.
I feel like so many people tell you that's like one of the things that you put on your wedding registry. Like,
Yeah,
as, yeah,
most people have it on their wedding registry, but you know, you're sooner than most in terms
yeah,
of
I'm a
like the
different
stuff
breed
you
of.
like to do. I mean, you like to bake all the time.
Listen, I would like to defend my hobbies real quick from being called granny hobbies because I'm sick of them being called granny hobbies. Because you know what? Grannies can't do the things I do. Every older woman that I've talked to that did like needlepoint, that did crocheting, that did knitting, said that they had to give it up very early on. Well, not like 50s and 60s because of eyesight and their hands cramping up. Old people cannot do the small work that I
Okay,
do.
that's an overgeneralization. There are a lot of people that still do
Oh, I'm
stuff
sure
when
they
they
do,
get
but I'm
older. Come
sick of
on.
being called a granny hobby.
Yeah. Um, yeah.
Maybe homemaking hobbies. I'll accept that. I'm
Yeah.
very similar to grandma in
Homemaking.
that way. And I think you talk about this in your speech, and this is a bit of a tangent, but I think it's because we get the choice to do these things and we're not forced into that role.
Yeah. I mean,
So that's why we love it.
it's interesting about every kid in our house, food wise, cooking wise, they do things completely differently. Like you can cook really well, you can bake really well. Your older brother, I think he can cook pretty well
Mhm.
now too. Uh, Emma, basics, right? Millie, or well, let's go to Ari. Ari, eggs. He can do eggs. That's about it.
Mm.
I mean, he
Yeah.
can. I don't know. But that's all I've seen him do.
Yeah.
Millie, she makes ramen and she doesn't care. She does not want to learn.
No.
Every time I'm like, "Can I teach you how to do this?" She's like, "I'm not interested." I was like, "Okay, great. Are you just going to eat out your entire life?" Or, yeah, I'm sure she'll figure it out. And Noah warms up chicken nuggets.
Yeah.
So basically, that's the extent of it, right?
It's funny to me because, like, if eating dinner isn't just like a means of getting food in my body, it's like a relaxation time for me to like sit there and cook and just reflect on my day and, not have any other noise in my brain. I don't know. It's very interesting to me, but there are like, I think most young people don't cook regularly. When I was living in college, I would be the one that was cooking for my entire apartment because I would be in there wanting to do it. That's what I like to do. And no one else wanted to cook. So they would just eat what I made. And then my friends in law school, one of them maybe cooks 3 times a week. Like, that's it. I'm like, what do you mean only 3 times a week? Like, what do you do in between those meals? I don't know. But yeah, I mean, like, a lot of kids my age are like solid living off of ramen and good for them. I get sick of it. And I
Yeah.
just love the cooking aspect. It's so enjoyable. Which is
And
I can't cook for the next couple of days. We're repacking the kitchen, so.
well, I would tell you that I don't really like to cook. I cook.
Mm.
The only thing I think we've talked about it before. The only thing I like to cook is Thanksgiving. I really like to cook like holidays when you're bringing people together. But I think most of our meals during the week, it's kind of like just to get fed instead of for like enjoyment or I don't know, getting together, right? It's just like, okay, we got to eat because we got to get to the next thing. And that's, I think, why I don't like cooking so much. It's not, when you guys were little, it was great because it was about sitting around the kitchen table. But now it's really about just getting nourishment because everybody's got to do their next thing, right? So,
Ugh,
what
I
do you
don't want
got
to
for
have to
me?
go move.
Well, you got to go move because we're finishing our episode.
Yeah, I
So,
know.
yeah,
Okay. Talk, act, and behave in a way that aligns with all that stirs your heart. Be you.
be you. Okay. I mean, really had nothing to do with moving, but you
Not a
said
lot has
earlier,
to do with moving.
you said you were going to cry because, it's overwhelming, and that's the thing is
Oh,
like
yeah.
you got to give yourself some grace because, yeah, it's not
And
necessarily easy.
this is one of the times that it is more than okay to ask for help, and you need to be asking for help.
I think it's always okay to ask for
Oh,
help,
but people
right?
love to help people move. I don't know why. It's like, because it's the easiest way to like show that you care about someone. It's like, oh, you're moving? Of course I'll help out.
Yeah.
All of everyone that I've told so far, it's not even me having to ask. It's like, oh, yeah, of course I'll be there. When do you want me to be there?
Okay, I just asked chat for a confidence tip about moving.
Oh, yeah, give me it.
Let me see what chat has to say. Moving, whether it's to a new home, job, or season of life, can shake your sense of stability. But remember, confidence isn't built by staying comfortable. It's built by showing up even when everything feels unfamiliar. Instead of focusing on what you're leaving behind, ask yourself, what strength am I bringing with me? You're not starting over, you're starting stronger. I felt like that was very chat.
Yeah.
uh,
I'll let you know if I'm starting stronger.
Well, I think if you go in with the mindset you're starting
Yeah.
stronger than you are. I mean, again, that's what we're going to go back to is building that mindset of strength and confidence and not, it's okay to fall apart, but you pick yourself back up again.
Yeah.
Okay, this was a great break from your moving. Go
It
back to
was really
move.
great, actually. Thank
Yeah.
you.
We'll see you next time. Always remember you are unshakable.
Bye, guys.
Thank you for listening to Her Unshakable Confidence with Simone and Olivia Knego. We hope this episode has made your day just a little bit brighter and given you the inspiration you need to confidently go about your week. Always remember to be authentically you. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss an episode. And feel free to connect with them on Instagram at Simone Knego and at Olivia Knego. Till next time.